Everyone in this trailer home park is reportedly okay right now. The biggest thing they're trying to do, just get everyone out of their driveways. This is one of the biggest storms that this county, that the sheriff has seen. Crews will be working diligently through the night to make sure everyone is okay. Crews still on scene here trying to figure out what caused this house fires to start on the corner of East Madison Street and Spring Street. The Rusk County Sheriff's Department says the body of the second canoeist that went missing in Ladysmith has been found. We are here now in the midst of all these homes that have gone down at Prairie Lake Estates mobile home between Cameron and Chetek. Although most of us drive with our lights on in those poor conditions now, if you don't, it could cost you. It's been 1 year today since Shanna Boito actually disappeared in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Overgrown trees and shrubs like this one here don't seem like that big of a problem when you're walking on city streets. But for someone who's visually impaired or walking with a guide dog, it can present a lot of problems. In the wintertime, many of us are good at remembering to clear off our windshields. But do you ever forget to clear off your side windows or maybe even the roof of your car to make sure debris doesn't fall behind you when you're driving? One thing you sure won't forget is how much it will cost you if you decide not to clear off your car. When you see a school bus has its red flashing lights or stop sign out, that means you should also be stopping.
Help you with the rotor pedals. But,
Oh, fly the plane, kinda.
all right, then stop the roll. There you go.
A little rain has not stopped this flash mob out here on the corner of Brackett and South Hastings Way, talking about mental health awareness. Now come on over, we're gonna talk to Brooke Berg. Officers are giving community members a chance to see what it looks like on the other side of the windshield. And it's all part of their rideshare program. And until that big snowstorm comes, riders might just have to stay in the yard. I'm now at the bottom of the hill where the competition is in full swing, conditions looking a little bit different from yesterday. And when I spoke with athletes this morning, they told me they're preparing a little different than normal. Stay tuned because in our next half hour, you'll be out here again with me. We'll give you an update what conditions look like then. Courtney, back to you.
All right, thanks so much for the update, Noelle.
We don't want to overdo it.
We don't want to get this too soggy. Now, here's the
words I've never heard my mother say.
Right.
It was more than our backyard gardens that were impacted by
It really
this.
was, Darren. You know, Mother Nature threw us a postseason sucker punch. A lot of us with gardens felt that. The drug that was released yesterday is being considered a breakthrough in medicine, a breakthrough that's the first of its kind working to slow the progression of MS.
My symptoms don't go away anymore. They just slowly continue to worsen.
Sally Pathos has lived with primary progressive multiple sclerosis for the past 30 years.
When I was first diagnosed, there really weren't any drugs out there. So it was kind of a scary disease. It's a progressive neurological disease without a cure.
But a new drug just approved by the FDA may change the way people with MS live. Ocrevus, approved Wednesday, is the first treatment for primary progressive MS, which is the most aggressive type of the disease.
I immediately called Dr. Moore's office and said, okay, this is approved, I want to start tomorrow. Tongue in cheek, knowing that there's a lot of steps.
Steps Pathos is excited to take in hopes of reversing the stages of MS, a treatment that has never been available before.
We've had no treatments that have been proven to help, and this is the first treatment that have ability to delay the progression, so it's very exciting.
Marshfield Clinic neurologist Roland Moore says the drug is given to patients every 6 months through an IV, and it's not cheap, $65,000 a year, but still less expensive than other options.
This potentially will be a breakthrough and maybe one of the more prescribed medications.
With walking becoming more difficult each day, Pathos hopes this breakthrough is one she can be a part of.
I would like to get on it as soon as it's realistic, but you know, we need to check it out. I'm extra excited.
Too hard, but that was something.
And although the drug is expected to hit the market within the next few weeks, Dr. Moore is waiting to prescribe it to patients like Pathos until more side effect tests and surveillance programs are complete. For now, live in Eau Claire, I'm Noelle Anderson. Back to you.
The problem is just going to get worse and worse. It's not going to get better. It's not going away.
Cardboard boxes and tattered clothing. Many of us may associate them with homelessness. But what about the child you see at school or a man strolling the streets of downtown? Sometimes homelessness is hard to see. but not for Chris Hedlund with Hope Gospel Mission.
The need for homeless families is growing. The number of homeless students in the Eau Claire School District is going up. So we have been looking at our long-term plans to try to decide how Hope Gospel Mission can be part of that solution.
Hope Gospel wanted to buy a former senior facility and turn it into a homeless shelter that would also have been living space for those recovering from drugs and alcohol.
We want to have a place that's not going to be right downtown where they can easily be influenced by maybe people that they've gotten into trouble with in the past.
The Altoona Plan Commission voted against the plan, saying they wanted to honor neighbors who said they had safety concerns.
To some extent, I need to say that I understand that. There's a fear involved. The people that live in those neighborhoods don't know who our residents are. They don't know the type of programming we do.
Now, the original proposal would have put the shelter here on Devaney Drive, but some people who I spoke to said they'd be absolutely against it because of the safety of their children. Others said they wouldn't mind at all.
Everybody deserves a second chance, and if it's a good place for people to get help, then I'm all for it.
Now I'll leave that decision up to the council members and the committee members. They know what's best for the community. I am disappointed in their decision.
Of the 17 people who shared their opinion on the idea with us, 4 of them say they fully support it.
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome to have it in the community, and it's got to go somewhere. There's people like this everywhere, and I'd rather have them have a home and somewhere to go than have just walk around the streets.
Without the support of local government, Hope Gospel Mission says it needs to do a better job of clearing up what it says is a distorted image of its shelters and its clients. It still wants to find an existing building for a shelter, but is unsure of where it might be or what it might cost. The organization also bought land on Eau Claire's north side off of Mercantile Drive, but has yet to build, falling short of grant money.
There's going to be more people who need help. The longer we wait, the bigger the need is going to be.
And the more frustrating it could be for a group trying to give more of its clients a place to call home. In Eau Claire, Noelle Anderson, WEAU 13 News.
Strange. Strange.
70 years later, that's the reaction from World War II veteran Ed Ross, who after decades of waiting received the awards he was given after being discharged from World War II.
I knew that I had someone coming, but I didn't know I had all of them coming.
7 awards to be exact, 4 Victory Campaign Medals, a Combat Action Ribbon, Discharge Button, and Honorable Service Lapel Pin.
None of them are really new because they gave them to me once before. Okay. And I knew I had them.
Given, but never received until now.
One day I went down to VA and said I'd like to have my discharge brought up to date. So they went to work on it. It wasn't long until I had it.
And Congressman Ron Kind was the one who Ed and his family turned to.
Like so many of them after the war, I just wanted to get home and start their lives and start rebuilding our country. So many of them didn't get the medals that were owed to them. And it was Ed's daughter, Linda, who brought it to my attention, that throughout the years, some of the medals were replaced or he never received it. And we went to work right away to try to replace those medals and make sure that he got it.
After years of waiting, the award that means the most, Ed's Combat Action Ribbon.
Well, it just brings back memories, I guess.
Memories that now have a symbol, 7 in fact, that Ed will never forget. And Ed's family, who helped throughout this entire process, is helping display those awards so they will never again be forgotten.